So that's good. I'm Frank Yosa. This is the site Frankly MLS. I'm the creator, and I built the site from scratch. It's not like a cookie cutter home search site that you've seen elsewhere. It's from scratch, completely different than anything else that you've seen. I'm also the broker of an actual real estate company called Frankly Real Estate. We have full-time agents in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. We do things completely differently, which hopefully you will start to get a feel for that in this video. If you love another agent, you're working with another agent, we prefer that you use that agent's website, because the site is not free. It costs money to run and to maintain, so we don't want you using all these tools to win bidding wars and beating our clients with our own tools. So again, if you already have an agent, that's great. Just, you know, use their site, not ours. Kind of like the Seinfeld soup kitchen guy, no soup for you.
No soup for you!
First of all, let's talk about the features of the site. So the first thing is to test it out. Put in a zip code on the top of the page and just press submit. What you'll see is a map of where the homes are, but then a spreadsheet view that has more data than any other site. On that spreadsheet, you'll have MLS numbers on the left-hand side, and if you mouse over those MLS numbers, you'll be able to see all the homes and the 30 photos within that house. And the purpose of that is for you to be able to see 100 homes and the 30 photos, you know, what's that, 3,000 photos, all within a matter of seconds. On that spreadsheet, you'll also see things like days on the market.
Let's talk about DOM, which stands for days on the market.
Also, we show something called DOMP, which is days on the market for that property, even though they've relisted it a bunch of times. Most sites won't show that. We show that in a very quick way, and this lets you know whether the agent's doing some tricky stuff like relisting the property. And the other thing that will be on the spreadsheet is the listing agent's name, but then next to it is a link that will show you all the listing agent's data on all the homes that they've sold in the last 2 or 5 years. And this is something called the Frankly CRA, Comparative Realtor Analysis. This is one of our best tools that our agents are able to decipher the data, but you can kind of take a look at it. It'll show all their deals and what percentage of list they normally get. If they do a bidding war, how high have they gone before? Have they gone 10% above? Do they normally only go 1% above? This helps predict what the home price might sell for. They'll give you the average days on the market, average percentage of list, which I don't believe in averages. Also, they even show you the buyer agent commission and how much the buyer agent is being given, so you'll know that if your agent is being bribed with an extra 1%, if they're not showing you a house because, you know, the commission's lower. For those of you that are techies out there, it's a lightning fast website on a solid state drive, so stuff comes up instantaneously with the massive amounts of data. It's also keyword based, so instead of searching on a map, you type in the zip codes, words like the word active to only see active homes, not under contracts, a subdivision name, heck, you can put in granite countertops, you can put in motivated seller. So the number one, so when you're really ready to take it to the next step, you then register on the site. Once you register, you'll get more data. You'll get sold data, you'll be able to see more homes at once. I talked previously about how we prefer this to be people that might potentially use us. You're not committed to using us. You can sign up for email alerts. Email alerts is the number one feature of the site that 80% of the people will sign up and they don't use it. Email alerts will either alert you to new homes in a certain area that you've picked, a subdivision, school name, whatever, so you'll get an alert every day or change to hourly for new listings that come on in the marketplace. So that's the key to winning bidding wars, is getting alerts every half hour of new houses that hits, getting into the house and sometimes putting in an offer before 5 or 10 people even see the place. If you like a house, there's a little heart symbol on what I call the full view, the page that has all the information on the house, and you hit that heart and it will save that individual home and give you hyper-specific change alerts for that particular house, such as price changes, remarks changes, stuff like that. You'll find that there's more data here than any other site. There's the price history, how many price drops that they've had, but it also has things like the previous remarks. What did they change in the remarks? It also links to tax assessment data, so you can see who the owner is, what they bought it for. No other site has that. Even has a Google search link next to the MLS number if you want to see what this house looks like on 20 other websites, if you don't believe me that it has all the data. So it's got more data than anything else. It also has something called the Frankly Price Predictor, and there's a funny video that you can watch about it with a genie talking about this, because the site is completely different and full of videos that will hopefully make the process more entertaining. The Frankly Price Predictor is where I give a mathematical calculation to each home for sale, because if you're searching for up to $800,000, why should a home that's been sitting on the market for a year at $805 be sitting right next to a home that's $795 that just hit? So the 805 actually shows up much lower, like in the 750s, which is a more likely final selling price. Well, the Frankly price predictor says that it should sell for this, and I'm offering this. No, no, no. Don't rely on it. Just like Zestimates, which are also on the site, don't rely on it. It's just a kind of from the gut number to help guide you. Please reach out to us 3 to 6 months before you think you might be wanting to buy. A lot of people say, oh, I'll let you know when I like something and I want to go look at it. No, 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 no. That's not how it works. This is not Target. You're not buying a packet of Charmin and going to the checkout line. Meet us 3 to 6 months, sometimes a year or two before you're ready to buy, so that we know who you are. So when that perfect house hits, you're not just calling us up and we're like, who's this person that wants us to cancel dinner plans to put in an offer and I don't even know who you are. What I call a popcorn agent, an agent that will just pick whoever picks up the phone first and can write a contract. You're gonna hire that person? No. This is an actual, the largest investment of your entire life. It takes time, and we have done hundreds of deals. We might actually know a tip or two that actually could save you $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. Read the blog.franklyrealty.com and you'll see these types of tips. But meet us 3 to 6 months, no commitment early on. We will ask for one later, and I'll explain why. Get used to us. We'll give you some advice. You got this, idea of what you should buy. We'll expand that a little bit, and you always end up buying it in that fringe. Again, my name is Frank. Don't miss out on blog.franklyrealty.com. Subscribe to it. If you miss any blog post, you could literally lose $10,000. Tell all your friends, not only about the site, but about the real estate firm, Frankly Real Estate. I'm the broker. Reach out to me. My email, direct email. I don't publish it because I don't like spam, which you don't either. Frank@franklyrealty.com. Email me directly and say, hey, your video said to email you. Here I'm emailing you. This is the price range, and here's the area that I want. Where do we get started?